Welcome back to Close Up. So we have all sorts of Democrats here on the campaign trail in Iowa, but not to be outdone, President Donald Trump himself decided to drop in for one of his signature big rallies in Des Moines last Thursday. There was a significant overflow crowd watching from outside the arena as the facility on the Drake University campus, built to accommodate 7,200 people, was at full capacity. They listened intently to the president, who sent a message to the rest of the 2020 field with his crowd, but also with his words.
They want to nullify your ballots, poison our democracy, and overthrow the entire system of government. That's not happening, I can tell you that. Today's Democrat Party is run by left-wing extremists who want to massively raise your taxes, increase regulations, cancel your health plans, raid Medicare, shut down American energy, destroy your Social Security. They will destroy your Social Security.
One of President Trump's Republican challengers, Joe Walsh, was also in Des Moines. He actually stopped by the Trump rally in an attempt to change some hearts and minds.
It was weird. It was sad and frustrating. But look, a line full of hundreds of Republicans. I'm a Republican. Most people were nice. Some people were not. But I think they appreciate the fact that I was a Republican running for office and I wanted their vote.
Walsh has been putting in most of his campaign time and effort here, but locals say it's unlikely he'll reach the viability threshold in the caucus. Now, we just mentioned viability. That's a term unique to the caucus process. In the first-in-the-nation primary, it's all about ballots and votes. Here, things are much more communal, public, and to outsiders, sometimes a bit difficult to understand. But it all starts in a community gathering space. Surrogates make their final pitch to the room for their presidential candidates. Then the counting begins. Caucus goers separate into their candidate preference groups, and the number of supporters in each group is counted. In order to be viable, a campaign must have 15% of the people in the room. If it doesn't, there is a realignment. During realignment, viable groups try to sway people in non-viable groups to support their candidate. New this year, viable groups cannot try to steal supporters from another viable group during the realignment. Once it's all settled and remaining groups are deemed viable, the numbers are tallied. New Hampshire has a lot of pride in its first-in-the-nation primary, and the same goes for Iowa caucus goers in their process here.
Well, this requires more commitment on the part of individuals who are concerned about our democracy. They have to determine which candidate they might want to support. And of course, we have plenty of opportunities for that in Iowa because they've been roaming the state for 2 years already, basically.
We'll all divide up in our individual candidates that we want to win, and they'll do their counts and see where we're at, and then go from there and see if we can pull people from the other smaller groups to come our way with somebody that's leading our candidate in a little speech that they try and lure other people over to us.
Almost everybody that's been involved that's going to be there has been contacted by all the candidates. So everybody knows where they may be going. They can be undecided. It's just a way to get together. It's going to be about a 3-hour process on Monday. Very long, very tiring, but it's very, very well organized. Most of us have had 3 or 4 training sessions, so it's great.
What we're going to do is we're going to visit in regards to our candidate and the things that we find that are most valuable for the people, and for our selected candidate. So during the caucus process, there's precinct captains per each individual, and then we get a chance to visit with people, not very long, just briefly, to share the values, let them know what we believe in. And it's amazing during the process, you may find somebody who maybe was an undecided voter, and then they decide that they want to go ahead and have a chance to, maybe they'll select your candidate. So that's what the caucus is really about.
Does it get intense at all, or what's it like when it's unfolding, I guess?
The first time that you kind of, go through this process, it can be intense. Everybody loves their individual candidates.
That wraps up this edition of Close Up New Hampshire. Thanks for watching.